Jandam. We na a friend of political Jandam. This is Okatakyie Afrifa. Okatakyie Afrifa trend sembi. Na se wa bo apie video we so a ebe ye manije se obetu boase. Ahwe sa video we akwasi. Se de obetu niam biase. Ebe very important. This is Okatakyie Afrifa. Okatakyie Afrifa atwere nsem bi wo ka kire President Mahama se wo ma term asem na nkrofo bi ti social media kano didi ne tima na se otrai at the end of the day no wo mu ebetu na ban no atoagu se u read Okatakyie Afrifa statement no from beginning to the end obehun say sana opese wochre. Now I am here to let you understand the angle Okatakyie Afrifa everybody. Ghana Armed Forces the document be a buy. Now sad document in any one say Nancy ECOWAS for etnasi ewo Abuja in Nigeria. Ena womu declare the whole West Africa sub-region a state of emergency. Enti say country bia hwe kwan obetima afa so ayeden and making sure say niama yi na wo try to do every possible best to protect the country say danger eba. Enti the Ghana Armed Forces release krata say womu eba beye ade bia ye frɛ no na menya dini na memfa ma. Okay. A friend, joint show of force exercise. Ghana Armed Forces, Police, Prisons, Fire Service, Customs and Immigration. Omunyina be ka bomu on crime. Na omaye work. At demonstrating at the address they are ready for any danger, security threat, especially during this festive season. Omu demonstrating say ntawantawa bi bagana ana say danger bi bagana, they are ready to face it and make sure that one oma protect your mind no a protecting nipa eti kuronum. So and when Ghana Armed Forces for the betu bia say 11th of December, which is tomorrow on Beye. Na Okatakyie Afrifa hu post no wanda ena wa be dress ansem we. Now, according to Okatakyie Afrifa, or say President Mahama Ashedama Ghana Armed Forces for the security service say omunya saade we ewo enkran to scare people because coup kwaso ewo ye neighboring countries intino and this ya buying ye saade way to scare people so that he can go for third term. Now, mumma yentu ye boas na read Okatakyie Afrifa nsem na enwe angle free muba. We are now watching or comment section. I'll be reading it. Dear Mahama, no show of force can save you. Just do the right thing. I woke up to a release by the Ghana Armed Forces notifying the public of a joint show of force. An attempt, I believe, to instill fear in the people in the wake of coups in neighboring countries. Listen to an attempt, I believe, to instill fear. On case or evidence, Okatakyie say an attempt which I am having an evidence on it. One case or evidence which he believe. You see, this is where the Jandam is coming from. Sadena President Mahama peso oyen chinano. And as in President Mahama po. Sadena Ghana Armed Forces peso muye chinano. Onu jidi se nyasa also evidence listen o se onu jidi se omu pese omu yesa de huna omanfo because coup kokoso we neighboring countries. Mr. President, let me remind you this. Nkrumah was powerful, handsome and more knowledgeable than you. Fact. Now I write from exile where I can predict what the future holds for you. It is clear that the locks in your ears grow deeper. But I will speak in sign language because he whom the gods wish to destroy, they first make mad. And he was say, or trade from Obi Manzo, or exile. And so no bet ma predicting your future no. Ebeyano. And I said near future no kramano. Na onfa na sun tutu from na on kai say na Nkrumah ye powerful no ho efe no sign nimiti echen no. Elo ba say you were disgraced in 2016 just as Nkrumah was humiliated by the riots of 1948 which sent him to prison. Sorry. Yet God listened to his humble plea and restored him to glory with overwhelming endorsement in the 1951 elections where he won 34 seats against the UGCC's 3. A comeback not unlike yours in 2024. Until say, at the end of the story, Nkrumah tried the same thing. But now Nkrumah kura mom de now Nkrumah no ho efe. Now on nimidi. Esan wo tumi Prez Mahama. Na President Mahama mugu na animals in 2016. Just like Kwame Nkrumah ye humiliating in 1948 riots mono. I no nam so man ko prison. Epie ba 1951 or win elections with 34 seats against UGCC. Ne come back now ko yet say onu ne dia in 2024 no. Ti watch history you. Or history now or the jandam na twaso. Oba second I say. Guess what? Fools began to sing his praises because he commanded an overwhelming majority in parliament, just as you do today. He hid behind procedure to remove Chief Justice Akukosa in 1963, just as you have removed Chief Justice Tokuno still. Fools hail him as they hail you today. And you say, Nkrumah enya sa 2 minutes wie ye no. Sebi onkwasiafo ebo na baso prezino. Den commanding for what? Ni overwhelming majority parliament. Senior President Mahama anya no. Na o say o said that to tell baby Chief Justice Akukosa 1963 just like Senior President Mahama you took no and then and so o say ajimifo den heli Nkrumah to say senior Sebi ajimifo bi no heli President Mahama and then I am reading what he wrote. So there we are better say. Oba say Nkrumah used the majority Ghanaians gave him not only to remove an electoral commissioner, but to dismantle the entire electoral system by declaring a one-party state. Again, fools hailed him as they hail you today. Or say Kwame Nkrumah, the majority na Ghana for the man, no? And electoral commissioner or dismantle the whole electoral system and declare one-party state. And so Sebi, a Jimmy for a Bonabaso. Hear this, Your Excellency. If you allow commentaries on social media from your fool soldiers to deceive you into feeling untouchable, remember that Nkrumah had even more organized support. CYO, Veranda Boys and others, and yet the rest is history. And you see, say President Mahama and Sema Nkrofo kind of social media no term ni didi ni team. Na se wan hwe yie. Na so o masa asem ni didi ni team na o bi nse obi antimi nya ne hwe a on kai se na Nkrumah mpo wo support channel no Veranda Boys CYO no mni ade. And so at the end of the day no ne ye kai na ya bakosem. Ironically, when Nkrumah was overthrown, Alex Kwesi Saki, his trusted foreign minister, like Julius Debra to you, was the first to abandon him in China when Premier Zhou Enlai announced the incident surrounding the coup makers. Nipa beyiwa ma my brother. And you say, Abra ye tu Kwame Nkrumah to bu ye no. Ne foreign minister no jini di pa. And say the President Mahama Julius Debra din de no. He was the first person to abandon no. After so what he said, ya ye ku atu Kwame Nkrumah. We Okatakyie ni history. Oba I say the only advantage you have over Nkrumah is history itself. Which okay. I think I have let me see. Okay. The only thing you have over Nkrumah is history itself, which should serve as a guiding principle. But remember, history is not just abstract, it is personal. You were born on November 29, 1958, in the very season when Nkrumah's power was at its peak. You are a child of that fragile dawn, marked by the rhythm of rise and collapse. Nkrumah was overthrown in 1966, and at 66, you stand at the edge where wisdom should guide restraint. Yet you gamble with destiny, ignore this rhythm, and history will not spare you. The ehase no beso chese ani. Ekwanya efa so a ombetu Kwame Nkrumah ban no tugu ye no. The same kwanya so and a President Mahama efa so na say wan hwe yi at the end of the day no omo ye no yodom no. The same thing na etu Kwame Nkrumah no betu no. Sa no beso chire. And I know this, you were pressured to remove IGP Dampare and Chief Justice Tokunu, and you are bent on pursuing a so-called super majority to amend the constitution for a third-term agenda. This is the path where the history becomes a judge, not an advisor. Ntosi ani profile pressure na manai IGP Dampare asan Tokunu, and as a siano, obeso jina the majority no so e the amending constitution e kwa third term. Pasi na ho e na history no e be dane otemuafuo. President Kufuor by all standards was and remains a better leader than you. Yet after his second term, he respected the history of the people. Until I see President Kufuor Krampo, now you abide President Prez Mahama no or no kura wankot third term. After the second term, or respecting history no ejana konya to ho sorokoye. President Mills, whom you succeeded through mysterious circumstances, loved Ghana more than you do, but nature decided his fate. And also President Mills as an example say, now President Mills so Edo Ghana Chem President Mahama. And so at the end of the day, no, President Mills never tried that and all the free we are seeing. Okay. And Joe will say, I write to you with love because I see what the end looks like. Just a matter of time and the people will see through the real reason for your comeback, wrapped and theories. But until then, do not let the fools, whether in castle politics or otherwise, deceive you. Messi Hachiaupi Okatakyie from Trump's land. Listen. So this is Okatakyie Afrifa. Mekai, Abrano Ghana Hano. Or you no broadcast be. And one of the broadcasts, Ebi na no can say. So President Mahama tried third term on. Yeah, I remember. He said it. Or since President Mahama tried third term on Okatakyie T in your kind. I have the video here. T. T. What? Oh, and I said this is the first time Okatakyie Okatakyie sat on his show. Abrano Ghana Hano. I can say President Mahama tried third term on tuna fra kunyaso. He should never try it. Okatakyie Asemni. Oti abrochiro e inciting violence. This same person e catch Kevin Taylor say Kevin Taylor tia suja no tutu woba park no so. Why are you also there? This is Jandam. Ghana military, as I'm talking to you now, the West Africa sub-region, you were under state of emergency. Country be enemy nyansa bia prepare how to protect their nation. Say, bibi bone bibi sia. Now soldier for kwa yo mayi. Then you read, pick the document and read. Say him find and a soldier for, and the soldier for cannot gather and do their thing again. Or say they want to friends or person soldier for no any security services no put fear into Ghanaians because who cause to other nations. Now you see soldier for Ghana has yes soldier for be two aban ba two agua. Yes soldier for ebe two aban Biafra konwa so send there anka under MPP kura they say nka mumu free power check. But they respected the constitution. And I dare me yan say President Mahama himself said it openly, said he will not go for third term. So then saying President Mahama you're quiet on this issue, and you can blame him. He himself came out and said, third term now man for Bikano, I will not go. People are moving around saying they need 10 for Mahama. Nipanan kaso didn't who say on got 10. So then now you turn around and say that is what he want to do. Bro, no answer one yet. What kind of jandam is this? I don't know. Okatakyie Afrif. I don't know. Okatakyie Afrifa. He lies too much. Or chat rododo. I don't know. Okatakyie Afrifa. I don't know. Didn't trust her. But far across. Why? Why do you lie like that? Why do you lie? I don't know. Can't trust her. Penny no chat trust her. Eya kanokre kakra ungu Okatakyie. Eya kanokre kakra ungu uchan throw too much. Sa document we ehim fan na chire say Ghana Armed Forces be huna Ghana for because of ku ehim fan. Because of this document too, say say mo atwere ena Kwame Nkrumah ye say ena ye tu Kwame Nkrumah bangu ye mame nka asem chiro say nka Kwame Nkrumah ye allow Nkrumah e ma no rule Ghana with one party system anka enye ya bra boni. Nkrumah ruled Ghana for 7 years. Kema Nkrumah 16 or 15 years anka Ghana nye ya bra boni. Sa coup d'etat na e course to Nkrumah to go yen. It affected Ghana and Africa as a whole. Na baba penyimu, listen to what he said. Or can openly. Tie. What? So that is the agenda. That is the agenda. Tama no Ghana hana o make his statement we. He made this statement somewhere May muho eno kaza ase mu. Abra no Ghana. Okatakyie eya kanokure kakra. Sa statement we. Sa document Ghana Armed Forces for releasing. There is nowhere in that document say or mu behuna Ghana nibi. And ya declare state of emergency in every West African nation. As I'm talking to you now, West Africa, you will under state of emergency. What is the government doing to protect its citizens? That is what they want to do. The soldier foreign prison immigration for Meshia or Madia. Could the tani abain to go ni tetembe fa sadie we mu ben. Charlie. Munchira madwin.